Okay, you know you laugh, right? Huh? While you just talking and talking and talking.
I forgot you.
Playing and talking and talking and playing. Well, thank you, Patrick. Good afternoon. What's up? It's by God's grace. Hey! You know what? I be flying to get here, so I never get a chance to eat. So I got to sit. Okay, I'm going to need some scripts or something. What you say?
No, I was.
Don't whisper now. No. You done blasted all your information all over live. Now keep it coming.
I was telling Jesse because Marcel kept on reminding me that I had to work for the Bud Saturday. And I'm like, how many times you gonna tell me that?
First of all, don't disappear this year because I promise you I will send somebody. I got a whole crew coming. I got 120 volunteers coming.
Oh, wow.
So get lost if you want to.
I didn't get lost. I knew where I was. I live around the neighborhood. I knew where I was. I live around the neighborhood.
I don't care. You got lost, but you was derelict from your duty.
No.
It was great seeing you. I always love seeing you. I'm not telling Action Jackson nothing, because where is he? The rhythm shows his friendship. Marcel gonna keep playing with me in the pumpkin head. And then when you all see him, when I see the blood, that's only because we gotta get it again. Let's say it again. The blood of Jesus. That's what happened. It shakes! Oh my God! I love you. I miss you. Come on, baby. I heard you was like Martin blowing up. So yesterday I was at the hospital with my mom, right? And me and my brothers kept watching Martin. That's all he said in every episode. I'm about to blow up. So that's you, Shakes. Man, I'm so excited for you. That helps. Thank you. So you write them numbers on that fast?
It's about fast.
That's what I'm talking about. I miss you too. I would love to. I would love to check out your show. You gotta come on. Hey, my sister. This is because of what? Oh, cool. Put this in your pocket, skinny.
Oh,
you know what that's gonna look like, right? A bulge. Put it down further in your pocket.
Oh, wow. That's great. That's great.
What's up, CTV? You know what? For those of you, I love you. Thank you so. You ain't can't go. Go on, sis. Live your life. I know that's right. Live your life. When you see the wave, just go ahead. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. My mom is healing. Prayers are definitely needed, though. For sure, for sure. You know, sometimes it can be to the point where you know the inevitable is coming, but there's a gap between that, and so we just making sure that gap is great. But as believers, we know whatever happens is by the grace of God and it is His will, and we will always see each other again. My daughter said something to me once. She said, "Mommy, no matter what happens, this is something she's having a health scare." And she was like, "No matter what happens, remember that I was your baby. I'm your baby, but I was God's first." So that kind of put it in perspective, right? She's fine. My daughter's fine. Appreciate you guys' prayers for my mom. It's a difficult time. Like, you know, it's kind of difficult. But you know what? We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep praying. We're going to stay We will stay in prayer and thank you guys for always being intercessors in the situation. And we're going to keep a positive attitude. That's really the good thing because now my mom, she's in such good spirits, right? She's eating, she's watching TV again, she's doing a lot of good things. So prayer is working, and I got to give a shout out to Northwestern Hospital in Taylor. They are amazing. Okay. 1 minute, y'all. I keep on talking. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! That's right, God's grace. Hallelujah! I love taking pictures of you. You didn't even send me the pictures that you took over at Norm. Send them to me. Patrick, I haven't seen you in so long on the live. It's so nice to see you guys. Taj, you're in Cancun, so if you pop out, I get it because, you know, the sun is calling. I know you're not going in no water, which is a good thing. I'll tell you guys a funny story a little later about me and my sister. But the blood is still working, y'all. It's still working. You know, a closed mouth don't get fed. What's up? Good afternoon, Chicago, and the rest of you who are listening around the world. You're locked in with the Brunch Bunch on Inspiration 1390. I'm your girl, Tamara Fair, on the air, and it's an all news Wednesday for you. We're going straight into the stories everybody's talking about. No fillers, no punch, no chasers. Chicago Public Schools scrambling to close the budget gap, which we have been talking about probably the last week or so. A new state law protecting domestic violence survivors. I am super excited about this law because I have and are in contact with a lot of people who are experiencing domestic violence right now. And another name jumping into the mayor's race, you're going to hear right here on Inspiration 1390. And a fight is brewing down in Atlanta over one of the biggest Black business events in the country. You're going to know about all of it. I know that some of you all don't watch regular news, and you shouldn't. I encourage you to keep getting your news right here from the Brunch Bunch. Don't go nowhere, y'all. We got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bunch. It's gonna be real good. Some rain must fall, y'all. But the sun is coming back. I like it when you do your lips like that. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna take a picture as soon as you do it. I say that because I find myself doing that same thing. My grandmother used to have a habit. She would do this. And growing up, did you see somebody in your family do that? Yeah. So growing up, I saw my grandma do it. And so I constantly do it. Like, I'll lick my lips and then do it. It's such an ignorant habit, though. So when I catch myself doing it, y'all I hope y'all didn't take no screenshots of me doing that and start sharing. Not really. But you know what? I really don't care. Do what you will. What's up, Real House? Real House Hunter? Oh yeah, they do.
I got a friend that do that. He makes good money doing that.
Because you catch a person in their most vulnerable, ugliest space. But in acting, they tell you, bring me all that other. Yeah. The stuff that people won't do and you will do, I promise you, just carve your little acting niche with that. Yeah. Have you ever heard that? Are you here? Who's the president? What's up? Yeah. You never heard that? Like what? No, not your own ugly. It's bring me all that ugly. Like, you get roles that are like trolls or something. And a lot of actors don't want to do those kinds of things. But when you do them, they like you get typecast, and that would be your niche. But you get a lot of work that way.
Streaming University, Streaming University. So it turns out Net had a lot of flipping like throughout each person's videos. And each flipper that was flipping the video was making almost $1 million off of clipping. Okay, let me do it again. Hold on, y'all. Let me do it again. Clip me and give me my cut. Honey, we're doing great, Real House Hunter. We are doing amazingly well. Life be lifing, but we only got one, so we still got to make sure that as we are living, we don't get so bogged down with thinking about dying that we forget to live, right?
Are y'all excited about the bud? How can we have a poor connection? You know what? You don't gotta work the bud.
Oh no, I got it.
Oh no,
I
got a little girl around there.
No, I work the bud.
No.
Nah.
But if you come to work, I want you to bring your mind in the work mode, okay? Don't bring your mind in getting lost mode like it did.
I didn't get lost.
No, you was with you. My point is, you gotta be with us.
All right.
Oh, no.
Marcel told me, he said, go get him, me, and he said, and get Valencia a giant snowball, right? I went to go do that. On my way back, I stopped and got me a cookie, and I came back.
It took you an hour and a half.
Yeah, you know how long that line is?
That line wasn't that long.
Yes, it was.
Nuh-uh, because I saw it.
Oh,
G-Money got a side job. No. Yeah. You doing side deals, G-Money. Oh, you don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that?
Oh, no, I know about that. I was just saying I wasn't doing that.
He was doing it, y'all. He was doing it.
That's crazy.
What's up, IGT Eventy? Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you. Now, you could be anywhere. What was I telling you? I said I was going to give you another story. What was that story?
Oh, you said it before we went on here. Something about, well, you didn't finish.
What was it? You're too young not to know that. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Like,
are you ready to start or grow your business? At the Dream Center, we help entrepreneurs with everything from business plans and funding strategies to marketing, co-working space, and support services that bring your dream to life.
okay,
Call us today at 773-345-7441.
Marcel, I'm going to kick his dough down.
345-7441.
He got me so mixed up. You see what I'm repping today?
That's the
HBCU and
Dream Center, where entrepreneurs dream, create, and grow.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level?
Fisk. Well, this is
the
HBCU.
best way to reach new customers is by getting your message
I didn't get
heard.
this from Fisk. I got
There's
this
no better
from
place than right here on
HBCU
Brunch.
event. One of my sorors got it
With
for
thousands
me.
of listeners tuning in every weekday from 12 to
she
1
got it for
p.m.
me
on
because
Inspiration.
we were at the first
Your
ever
business can gain exposure,
HBCU
connect with our community,
classic
and even
in
be
Las
featured as a
Vegas.
special
And they had
guest
it at
on the
the
show.
big
Don't wait. Call us today at
Football.
773-345-7441. That's 773-345-7441.
Oh, okay.
The Brunch Bunch.
6 minutes.
Where business,
6 minutes.
culture, and
6
community
minutes.
come
Tammy
together.
Fresh, you on?
Be fabulous.
What's up, Kingston? One.
Be social.
You gonna come away? Forget it. I do it myself.
Come on, I do it myself.
I do it myself. While you scrolling, he think he at the HBCU.
Be different.
So guys,
Be cool.
hey Letitia, what's happening? And what's up, Dominique? Thank you so much for joining. It's Deborah Vines
Order
on
quiz today.
our
Go to
line.
bequeeze.com and get your favorite
Every time
fragrance
you call
today.
me,
That's
I'm in the hospital with my mom. I apologize.
BEQUEEZE.com.
And if anybody hears this and she's not on, please let her know I'm gonna call you today.
Whoa.
September. I am not looking forward to September. I want the summer to just keep repeat itself. I want it to loop. You know how you loop a video? That's how I want summer to do. Just keep looping.
It's about to go.
I don't know about this summer though. It's talking about tornadoes and storms and stuff.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if I'm going to craft it out, I'm going to put the things I want on the menu. Hot days, cool nights, breezes.
At that point, you might go to California.
I can stay here if I'm doing this. If you're listening to me, you know, bless my whole situation around here.
I'm talking about in reality though.
No, California on fire. No, I don't know.
Oh.
But it could be.
No, in California, yeah.
It could be. Okay, for those of you who are looking and going, now wasn't her hair red yesterday and shorter? Yes, it was. Now go figure. Hey, it's my prerogative. No, this is inspiration. 1390, I can't sing. I can't sing my prerogative. Yes, I can. God said so. We're doing so good over here, y'all. I hope you guys are doing really well too. Now, for those of you who say August is old, summer is over, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Summer is not over. September 22nd is the official end date of summer, right? So essentially, we have 2 months for summer. So keep your summer mindset. You could like modify your summer clothes, but pretty much keep your summer clothes out. And I'm giving you permission this year to wear white after Labor Day. We do it in Jamaica. You heard me say we? Officially Jamaican. Officially. Officially. Oh, you know what? The beginning of September, our Labor Day sale for Queez Perfume starts. You guys are getting it exclusively, so you can get your Queez all fragrances at half price. They last. Now, do y'all smell me today? Don't I smell great? It's not Queez, but it is a lotion that I am. It is a lotion manufacturer that I'm developing a partnership with so that I can get all of our fragrances in lotion form too. Because when you have the oils in the lotion, it tends to stay on a lot longer. So I put 4 today, baby. I can't stop smelling my own self. What's up, Tina? Body oil what? It depends on where you're getting your body oil. So if you're getting your body oil from someplace that's giving you like janky oil, you really ain't got body oil. You just got something surface to put on. See, like you can literally feel the oil on my skin. And baby does it smell good. Baby does it, whatever. Turn my own stuff on.
I can tell.
Definitely over there. Okay.
We're in the raw. It's Amerifair on the Brunch Bunch.
So we're going to get right to it. As promised, no fluff. Chicago Public School teachers head back into their buildings in less than 2 weeks. And there's a real question hanging over the district. Can CPS make payroll? You heard me. Can the teachers get paid? Well, district leaders warned the Board of Education that it would be a disaster if Springfield doesn't come through with $150 million in the district is counting on. Without it, we're talking about mid-year layoffs, furlough days, and cuts. And it could even affect whether the school doors open on time. Now, I have heard a lot of things go on in CPS in Chicago, but this is the first I've heard of this. So the board already passed a budget that assumes that money is coming. Even though Springfield hasn't promised it, the vote closed at a $732 million deficit without the nearly 1,600 layoffs, including about 760 teachers that had been on the table. Now, we gave you all that a week ago, a little bit more than a week ago in totality as to what they are predicting and how many cuts they are predicting to assume that the Chicago Teachers Union backed the vote, pointing out that the state promised back in 2017 to fully fund school under its own funding formula, and it still has not. CTU says the CPS is owed about $2 billion under that formula. Now, that would really put a big dent in this whole situation. In fact, that would satisfy that $732 million deficit. Well, the Chicago teachers, Mayor Brandon Johnson was asked point blank this week what his plan is if the state doesn't send the money. In other words, what's your plan B? He said Chicago isn't looking for a handout, just for the state to keep the promise it already made, and that he can't be expected to fix a problem that's on Springfield's plate. Well, Governor J.B. Pritzker weighed in on the situation, and he says that he wants to do more for CPS, but he's also focused on keeping the state budget balanced. Well, that's a big quandary, and both are extremely important. Illinois State House Speaker Chris Welch has signaled that he's open to talking about more funding for CPS, but not until the fall veto session in November. Well, if the budget for CPS is is already fixed for December. November would be good if the money comes. And that's the big question. And CPS says that it could be too late since September payroll is on the line in less than a month. So we're talking about they might not get paid when they return back on their first jaunt in school. Because they go back, what, August 17th? Some go back on the 8th, some go back the week after, right? And so you're looking to work and you're looking for a check, right? So I hope that the city is very candid about it. But you can best believe CTU is not going to play. They will go on strike. So if you're a CPS parent or staff member, the district is holding a virtual update on the budget situation this Thursday evenings, or check your CPS website for the RSVP link. You have to RSVP in order to be on that link. I would suggest that every parent or every grandparent, auntie, or guardian that has a child in CPS, get on that link because your voice needs to be heard. And if you have a remedy, like if you know where new monies are and you can identify, you can share that with the administration, definitely do so. But you know what? I am so concerned about this because whatever affects CPS also affects childcare, right? But here's the situation. Even if it didn't affect childcare, it affects the larger body of children that are going to school, because you think grammar schools. No, CPS also encompasses high schools. Parents are always, COVID showed you how parents were like, okay, we depend on you, school system, from cradle to college, so that we can do what we need to do to work, so that we can make sure that we feed our children. And also a lot of children get fed at the school. So it very important of what parents learned during COVID, because they had to feed their children breakfast and lunch, which typically they do it at the schools, if it's preschool or if it's grammar school, even if it's high school. And so this is going to be a trickle down effect. So I hope that the lawmakers get it together so that we can open up these schools and put these kids. I don't know if this is like a scare tactic or whatever, but this budget deficit is real. And so when it's real, you got to get real in the field. So I'm going to say again, go to your CPS website for the RSVP link, put your name, your contact information, and get on that. Today is Wednesday. So what does that make tomorrow? You ain't got time to play, y'all. You got to do it right now. But what I do want you to do after you do that is stay locked. Stay right here, because we still got a ton of stories, resources for you. And you know, it's always our aim to send you back better than you came, right here on Inspiration 1390. Holy Spirit, take me all the way. All the way. Oh, I like that song. Can you imagine if CPS schools didn't open? Traffic would be crazy. There would be so many like protests. People would be going crazy.
See, during COVID, parents had a hard time with their kids anyway.
Yes, they did. That's what I just said. They had a hard time. But see, parents would be outraged, right? So some people are now going, okay, how many more days left in summer break? Some parents are like, okay, wait for my kids to go back to school. Because you get that understanding of really what teachers go through, because they keep their kids. Well, CPS, they keep them, what, 6.5 hours a day, but in child care, we keep them 12.5 hours a day. And by the time they go home, they can go to have dinner, maybe, have family time, and then go to bed. So, and then, of course, they have that good weekend time with their kids. But it is definitely a village that is taking care of the kids. And when one peg in that wheel, one spoke in that wheel is broken or bent, it does affect every single thing.
Yeah, heaven is my home, I'm just here recruiting. Guest list, I'm trying to get the greeting. I'm saying amen, hallelujah to Yeshua, cause my chains are loosened. And he's got a brother singing new hymns. I tell him, Jesus, take the wheel, let me part the BM. Being Christ like it's hard to be.
What's up, B. Keller? Hey, Aaron Hayes. I love you. I miss you. What happened to you? You still got your Phil Hill family? You know what I was talking about you and Paige about maybe 3 weeks ago. You gotta come back. You gotta stay in touch. Don't ever not make my life. I love you. I will always love you. One of my old students from Phil Hill. Come over here. I want my viewers to see.
Oh Lord.
Can y'all see? Can y'all see Zion? I want y'all to see his whole body.
My whole body is crazy.
Go back.
How
Go back
skinny I am.
So let me tell you what Zion said. You said, let me show you again, just in case you didn't get a good glimpse.
Okay.
Okay, so Zion said, as I was coming up to do the show, Zion said that he saw a young lady that maybe he would be interested in, but that she was too skinny. Can you imagine? He's a beanpole talking about the lady was too skinny. A beanpole. I mean, you're a fine beanpole.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, you real cute now. However, I likened it to, well, I won't say what I likened it to, but you know, that's the pot calling the kettle burnt. Oh my God.
mean, look at Justice.
Justice didn't say it though.
Skinny.
Justice didn't say
Right,
it.
but I mean, like,
Eat on his bones.
so, like,
Like his
feel.
wife feeding him. You need somebody to feed you.
And I don't care who she is. If she's cooked, get with her. Get to it.
It's all right, man. I'm putting on weight to get something.
No, you're the
It's all
perfect.
put no way.
First of all, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. He said it, so that's why he's the target.
That's crazy.
No, what's crazy is
I
that
mean,
it came out
she
your mouth.
was, though. Like, she was.
And you down there sharing it with EE, looking at you like you got 16 kids and all of them got Medusa dreads coming out of them. Are you serious right now?
Man.
Well, if somebody say I'm too skinny, I'm gonna give them a prize. I'm gonna give them a whole prize. I ain't never known, unless you sick, that skinny was a bad thing.
I didn't say
My
skinny
mom
was a
used to
bad
say.
thing.
My mom
Are you
used
ready
to.
to start?
You did. You said
I
she was
just
not
said
an
she-
option.
right, for me.
I
I didn't say it was a bad thing. It's not
Not his preference.
right, not my preference.
Well, what's your preference? Let's get into that.
Oh.
What's the weight? What's your weight preference?
Let's see. So she has to be at least, I want to say,
You talking about weight or you talking about like shape?
No, I'm talking about weight. I'm gonna get to shape.
She's about weight.
We're gonna get to all of them.
Yeah. So she has to be at least, I want to say, no less than
Create
200 pounds.
and grow.
Be fabulous.
Well, first of all, the number of weight doesn't matter. It's how she weighs.
Be social.
Right. But she won't
I had
wait
to-
though. So I had to give her weight.
I had to lift my. I had to
Like,
close
you know,
my mouth manually.
Like,
Can you imagine him with a 200-pound
So
woman?
I'm 130, right? So she has to be at least 200 some pounds.
Move back. Do you know what 200 pounds?
I know what 200 pounds is.
You gonna have to
You saying she ain't 280, she ain't a lady.
Oh,
Order
280
today.
and no.
Go to bequeeze.com and get your
I
favorite
mean,
fragrance today. That's
280?
BEQUEE.
It depends on how she wears it. Like, you got
Bequeeze.com.
women that look nice.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level?
280 or 230 or you
Best
know.
way to reach new customers is by
Everybody
giving your
that I
message
know
heard.
that's
Can you say this to
And there's no better place
wants
than right
to be
here.
180.
With thousands of
I was-
listeners
I was
tuning
gonna
in
say, my wife
every
is
weekday
like
from 12 to 1 p.m. on Inspiration.
Yeah.
Searching
Yeah.
right. Your business can gain
She
exposure,
wears 160.
connect with our community,
Yeah.
and even be featured as a
280?
special guest on the show.
Mm.
Don't wait.
I don't know,
Hey,
y'all.
it depends on how you handle it.
Put your comments in the
How
thread.
this gonna be a whole discussion.
You weigh 130
Yeah.
and you're a
Brunch
man.
Bunch, we're business, culture, and
I remember
community
when
come
I weighed
together.
130. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on.
Action Jackson is missing. And for any of you who have Action Jackson sightings, I want you to put it on our social medias so that we can pull up. But in the meantime, no, it's not him, but I am filling in for him. Of course, it's your girl, Tamara Fair. And I got some good news right after that bad news. Or it could be bad. I don't know. We just see how it unfolds. But some good news for survivors today. New Illinois legislation protects domestic violence survivors from courthouse intimidation. A lot of times, people do not come forward and file their protective orders because they do not want to be intimidated in the courtroom. So there is some protection for those domestic violence victims from being intimidated at the courthouse. So the law is called SB, which is Senate Bill 4038, and it was pushed by Cook County State's Attorney Eileen O'Neill Burke, and it's got support from both parties. It came after several cases where domestic violence victims were secretly filmed without their consent after showing up to court hearings. Well, State's Attorney Burke said survivors have survived extra trauma from abusers trying to silence them, and this new law is meant to protect victims and witnesses from harassment aimed at keeping them out of the courtroom. Under the new law, unauthorized video recording and photography inside courthouses is banned statewide with uniform enforcement and real penalties behind it. Anyone who violates it can be charged with a Class A misdemeanor. If you know someone or you are someone who is dealing with domestic violence, help is out there. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is available 24/7. That's 24 hours, 7 days a week. I'm going to say the number. It's also going to be on our socials. Make sure if you need it that you use it. It's 1-800-799-7233. And a brief supportive button on the new protections before bridging the break. Well, that wasn't what I was supposed to say. However, I am super excited about this because, as you know, I'm in childcare and we deal with at least 700 families. Now, you know, that's 1,400 people. And of those 700 families, domestic violence has crept up. Like the percentage of what was last year compared to the percentage of what was this year. And I'm just talking about within the Premier Quartet. It is absolutely staggering because, and the fear is real. That domestic violence fear is real. So I'm excited about this law, which again is SB 4038, because it does give the victims some protection and some confidence to go in there and do what they need to do. So in childcare, if you have are experiencing a domestic violence situation and you think that you're going to take that person who is domestically violating you off of the pickup list with their children, you can't do it. You have to go into court to get a court order. You have to take that court order and give it to the administrations in your school and in your childcare facility. Otherwise, the administrators' hands are tied, because if that parent that you're trying to keep from picking up the child they come to the center and they demand the child and they call the police is going to make that administrator give that child to the person that you are trying to protect them from. Well, now a lot of times parents don't go do that because they're wondering about the backlash. And you've heard situations where domestic violence victims go in to get an order of protection and then they wind up dead because that order of protection just wasn't enough. Now, I'm not saying that this is where it should be, but it's a step further of where it was. And so when you're talking about protecting people, protecting their lifestyle, their quality of life, and their very lives, these are the kinds of legislations that need to be strengthened even more. But again, I got to give it up for Cook County State's Attorney Burke, because this is a step in the right direction. Does anybody know people that have been domestically violated? Mm-hmm. And so do you see that fear in them of actually going into the court and taking care of their business so that they can have something on document?
Well, yeah, of course. I think that historically, in lots of avenues, this country has done a terrible job of protecting victims of anything, especially when it comes to domestic violence. I feel like in domestic situations, victims, there's all kinds of hoops they got to jump through, and I think people are aware of that. So it's definitely been situations where I have friends or even family members who have experienced some sort of domestic situation, and you tell them, okay, well, are you going to, go through the proper legal channels? Are you going to do this? What can you do to separate yourselves? And they don't even want to try because they're just they feel hopeless. Like it's kind of.
And you know what? Sometimes that is how they were reared. So they don't see aggression in people, particularly women, because most domestic violence victims are women. Mm-hmm. They don't see that stand your grounds type of attitude. Don't do what I did. I was raped and I did not go to the courts, but I handled it, y'all, because I am a gangster now. But no, literally, like I don't have any trauma from that. Like, of course, I've gone to therapy for it. I don't have trauma from it, and I did seriously handle it. And sometimes you have to be creative. This was before all of this situation was coming out where, you go to court, you do this, you do that. So I handled it on my own, and I handled my mental on my own. But some people are not strong enough to do that. Just happens to be I'm Army strong. But you have to connect yourself with someone who is and listen to them as they guide you into the steps, because you shouldn't have to be Army strong and you're a victim as well. You should have some protections from what we call the best system, the best justice system in the world, the United States of America. did you go? Again, I want to give out that number. It's 1-800-799-7233. Again, the number is 1-800-799-7233. I definitely want you guys to make sure that you stay tuned because we're giving it out today. I'm talking about resources up the yin yang and news you can use in real time on this Power Hour. It's your girl Tamara Fair. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bunch.
I just couldn't let it go.
So this day, I don't feel like I'm talking so fast, but Monday, I felt like I was zooming. No, it's not Monday, it's Tuesday.
You don't have to worry. No matter how dark it is, I promise it's gonna get better. Listen, no sweat.
Don't you worry and don't you fret. 'Cause I know God ain't never failed me yet.
And I know I did say, add a brief flow. Scratch this out. Oh my God, oh my God.
Everything he said he would do. And then he told me to tell you everything gonna be alright. Yeah. And he's gonna wipe every tear in your eye. So don't you give up and don't you give in. My friend. Some of y'all heard my story and it's true. Don't forget about the little girl you once knew. No matter what you're going through, there's still a superwoman living inside of you. Hey, if he did it for me, he'll do it for you. Oh, better.
Look up Joe Holberg. I want to see a picture of him.
Even when it's dark outside, yeah. And seem like there's no light, yeah.
Both of you can
When I can't seem to find a way, yeah. He will always be there to fight another day.
Just tell them one more time.
Playing a hospital patient tomorrow. They're gonna have me get down on that.
Oh, you're in bed? Oh, wow. And they're going to do it 17 times.
I'm probably not even gonna be like 5, but
If they counted you out, who they can count? Yeah. I know it may feel a bit lonely. This ain't all there is to life. It'll get better. It'll get better. The sun will shine again. I know it will. It will get better. Don't you even think about going in no town.
Okay, fade that one.
It's gonna get better, and it's making you.
You already know who it is, and you already know what we do. It's your girl Tamara Fair, and we are here to share news you can use. Well, this Chicago mayor's race just keeps on growing. Now it's up to the Divine Nine and counting. And today we're spotlighting the first one who jumped in, Chicago's business owner and former math teacher, Joe Holberg. Holberg founded a wealth advisory firm called Spring that was later acquired by Mariner, and he launched his campaign last fall. He says that he was once a first generation student who was homeless and slept in his car before moving to Chicago, teaching on the West Side and eventually building and selling that business. Well, this is the first run of office, and he's up against much bigger political names, not, for instance, Alexi Janulius, Susanna Mendoza, and Mike Quigley, among a few. Well, Holberg even wrote a book laying out his platform called the Holberg Plan. Well, his top issue is the budget. I think that's everybody's top issue right now. And the city is facing the possible $1 billion deficit, and Holberg said that there's a path to save $1 billion without cutting jobs, including reining in city vehicle purchases, which he says runs about $25 million or more a year than needed. He also has been very vocal about CTA. In the July op-ed, Holberg, who says he rides the CTA every day, laid out a 5-fix plan that includes roving cleaning teams, modernizing fare gates, smoke detectors on trains, and more security, and a rapid response tech system with real-time issues being reported. He was asked directly about bringing back shot spotters. You remember shot spotters. It was the gunshot detection system that Mayor Johnson shut down back in 2024. Well, Holberg didn't commit to that system by name, but he pointed to the sensor technology that could detect smoke, drugs, on trains, and part of his broader plan for safety. Well, Holberg knows that he's the underdog next to bigger names that are aforementioned in this race, but he says that his campaign is built on more than a decade of listening to everyday Chicagoans. I don't want you all to sleep on underdogs, because if you remember, Lori Lightfoot was an underdog, and Brandon Johnson was an underdog, and they both won their races. They ran effective races, and they won, but nobody expected it, because remember, Lori was in a runoff, and then Paul Vallis and Brandon Johnson were in a runoff. Now, Paul Vallis has been very vocal about saying that there is a pathway, just like Holberg is saying, there's a pathway that we can actually bridge this deficit without cutting jobs. There are plenty of accounts that are dormant, that are flush, that people who are in power are not looking at. So I'm interested in looking and seeing what his Holberg plan is. I think we'll invite him on the show so he can lay it out. In the meantime, you can go get his book, The Holberg Plan, and see if this is somebody that you want to get behind. As we always encourage you here on the Brunch Bunch, do your research about these elected officials, because they're the ones that's going to be making policies that's going to shape how your neighborhoods could and should look. You should not be outside of that process. You should have a voice in that process. Okay, we're switching lanes. Y'all ready? Let's talk business for a minute, because there's real tension brewing between the city of Atlanta and one of the biggest Black business events in the country. Invest Fest is a marquee event from Earn Your Leisure, the finance and business education platform built by Rashad Bilal and Troy Millings. A lot of you have never heard of it. That's why we're here, to educate you. So for 5 years, Atlanta has been its home, but that relationship might be on the rocks. Bilal and Millings went to the Breakfast Club. Y'all know that very popular morning show with Shalimar the God and all his cronies. And he didn't hold back, accusing the city of giving them little to no real support over the years, no help with things like billboards, police coordination, or hotel rooms, the kind of backing they say that other high-profile events get rolled out the red carpet. Well, their names sound like they're minorities, so look them up. We'll find out. So Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens fired back during a speech at the local event, saying that the city always looks out for its own after 25 years, and essentially telling the founders to put that on their podcast. Well, when you dare somebody to do something, guess what they're going to do? Accept your challenge. Well, that response reportedly caught EYL's team off guard, since talks with mayor's office had apparently been sounding positive. Breakfast Club co-host DJ Envy called the mayor's response whack, pointing out that Invest Fest draws tens of thousands of people to the city every year. Well, the head of Atlanta's Convention and Visitor Bureau says that the city hosts more than 700 meetings and conventions a year and can't financially support every single one. For their part, Troy Millings clarified in a follow-up video that their frustration was aimed at the city officials, not the people of Atlanta, where he says most of the EYL's team actually live. Yep, they're both minorities. And unfortunately, even in a city that is as Black as Atlanta, So unfortunately, it's very difficult to get support sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So Invest Fest is still set to go on as planned, running August the 7th. That's tomorrow, right? Through the 9th at the Georgia World Congress Center, expecting around 25,000 people a day. That's crazy that the city wouldn't support something like that. And I mean, really support it. But whether it stays in Atlanta after this year is now an open question. You can come to Chicago. We would love to have you. And you know what? I don't care who the mayor is. They would be friendly towards you. You know what Chicago has done, and like you said, you're going to be on set tomorrow, Justice. But Chicago has done an amazing job of putting its arts on the map. Now, the studio that we have that is really producing a ton of things that are coming out of Chicago industry wide has been instrumental in making sure that they get the resources that the city has to offer, that every other city who does movies or podcasts, that they are giving them to that. Now, Nashville is also another city that really supports its arts, because when you do a movie in Nashville, they give you all these old police cars that you can wrap however you want to for free. It's a lot of things that you can get for free. So Atlanta, if y'all don't want Millens and Bilal, we'll take them. If you don't want them, don't waste your time. Yes, we'll take them. All you got to do is call up to City Hall and we will support you. You can come on the Brunch Bunch and we will blast you out all over the airways. Y'all, this is amazing, because of the fest that we have, in particular ones that give out information and resources like theirs does. Those are the ones that we need to protect and we need to get behind. So, y'all, it's up to you. It's up to us to fix us, support us, invest in us. And I think that's the name, right? Mm-hmm. The Invest Fest. And that's some of the things that we don't really learn about in school. And we're just starting to have those conversations about how money works and how when we earn our money, that make our money work for us. Because I always say that our dollars have one job, and that is to what? Have you been listening to me, Justice? What's our dollar's only job to do?
Our job's only job to do?
Mm-hmm. Our dollar. It's make another dollar. That's right. Not you necessarily, but your dollar and how you invest it it's its job to make another dollar. Because you shouldn't be working all your life. And if your money outlives you, that's fine. But if you outlive your money, guess what? That ain't fine. You're going to be talking the same thing that your brother who's running for mayor was talking about. I was homeless. And if you homeless at 70, that is bad. But you know what's not bad? It's been a great show, y'all. Y'all have been the best in the South, the North, the East, and the West. So we truly do appreciate you. And as always, in part, we always encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know, perfect strangers, that you love them. And show someone that you do know how much you love them. Lead with love. Land on love. I love you. Y'all, Brunch Bunch.
We love you, Tammy.
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. But not your daddy. Modi, I love you. Y'all stay optimistic. I do love Action Jackson, but not today. What's up, Angel Torres? Thank you so much. DJ Bilo, Lynn team. Y'all, tomorrow's going to be a great show. We got all things Bud Billiken. We got two powerhouses coming in. You don't want to miss this show. We'll see you tomorrow. Look at our socials and definitely go on our socials and get the resources that we share with you today. It's always our aim to send you back better than you came. And it's always our aim to have you come back. So we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.